Once upon a time, in a picturesque village nestled between rolling hills and flowing rivers, lived a boy named Ahmed. His childhood was the epitome of joy and adventure, filled with countless moments that painted his days in vibrant hues. Ahmed's village was a haven of natural beauty. The mornings were greeted with the soft chirping of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves in the cool breeze. The village itself was a close-knit community where everyone knew each other and the sense of camaraderie was palpable. The air was always filled with the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread and the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Ahmed's house was a cozy abode with a thatched roof and walls adorned with family portraits and colourful tapestries. It stood at the edge of a lush green field, which was Ahmed's playground. He would spend hours exploring the fields, chasing butterflies, and climbing trees. His favourite tree was an old gnarled oak that stood tall and proud at the centre of the field. It was his fortress, his lookout, and his hideaway. Every morning, after a hearty breakfast, Ahmed would set out on new adventures with his band of friends. They were an inseparable group bound by the shared love of exploration and mischief. There was Saad, the clever one with a knack for solving puzzles, Fatima, the brave girl who was always up for a challenge, and Amir, the gentle giant whose laughter could light up the darkest of days. Their days were filled with excitement as they embarked on quests to discover hidden treasures and unravel the mysteries of their village. They would venture into the dense forest, their imaginations running wild with stories of mythical creatures and hidden secrets. They crafted wooden swords and shields, pretending to be valiant knights on a mission to protect their kingdom. One of their favourite spots was the crystal-clear river that meandered through the village. On hot summer days, they would splash in the cool waters, their laughter echoing through the air. They built rafts out of bamboo and leaves, pretending to sail to distant lands. The river was also their source of sustenance, as they learned to catch fish and cook them over an open fire, savouring the taste of their hard-earned meal. As the seasons changed, so did their adventures. In the spring, they would collect wildflowers and make garlands to adorn their hair. Summer brought with it the thrill of cricket matches on the dusty village ground, where Ahmed's team would often emerge victorious. Autumn was a time of harvest, and they would help their families gather crops, the golden fields stretching out as far as the eye could see. Winter was a magical time, with the village covered in a blanket of snow. They would build snowmen, have snowball fights and huddle around bonfires, sharing stories and roasting marshmallows. Ahmed's grandfather was a wise old man with a wealth of knowledge and a treasure trove of stories. Every evening the children would gather around him, eagerly listening to tales of brave heroes, cunning tricksters, and faraway lands. His stories ignited their imaginations and instilled in them a sense of wonder and curiosity. Despite the simplicity of their lives, the bond between the villagers was strong. Festivals were grand affairs, filled with music, dance, and feasting. Eid was particularly special, with the entire village coming together to celebrate. Ahmed and his friends would dress in their finest clothes and visit every household, their hands filled with sweets and treats. Ahmed's childhood was not without its challenges, but it was these very challenges that taught him valuable life lessons. There were times when they faced scarcity, and the village had to come together to support one another. They learned the importance of resilience, kindness, and the strength of community. As Ahmed grew older, his adventures became cherished memories, and the lessons he learned during those formative years shaped him into a compassionate and courageous individual. The great childhood he experienced in the village became the foundation upon which he built his future. Years later, Ahmed would often revisit the village, now a bustling town, and reminisce about the days gone by. The oak tree still stood tall, a silent witness to the countless adventures of his youth. The river continued to flow, its waters carrying the echoes of laughter from a time long past. And so, the story of Ahmed's great childhood became a tale passed down through generations, a reminder of the magic and wonder of a time when life was simple and every day was an adventure.